Hey there, YouTube. Welcome to my video here. This is Spinx, ranked number 18 player of the year 2022. Here, this is a POV we are watching of him against Heat, where he drops a 40 bomb. Thought this would be a good video to watch, to show kind of why Spinx ended up in the top 20 for 2022. On ENCE, he was an absolute beast on Ancient. Look at that. Just tearing up two players in that middle area. Little Bogdan's Law with the scout action. Yeah, Spinx, a lot of people are like, hey, why is he in the top 20 at all? A lot of people speculating he was not going to be in the top 20 after a couple of the early players that were announced. Like, oh, Yuri's making it, James making it. Spinx really going to make it. But they were sleeping on his first half of the year. First half of the year, he was looking like a top 5 rifler. He was on ENCE. Later ended up moving over to Vitality. At that point becoming a international powerhouse. I mean, before that, Masuda ended up going to the Falcons. They still had a French majority, but with Spinx added, this is 𝐂𝐲𝐒𝐈 and Apex, the lone French elements left for that French squad. This is Ancient before they took out that box and the jump up too. Kind of trippy to see it now. But yeah, this demo, Spinx apparently goes absolutely beast mode against Heat, dropping a 40 bomb. Is that the Major RMR? He was still with ENCE. 𝐂𝐻𝐿TV was still with ENCE. Simpler times for the ENCE fans. 𝐂𝐻𝐿TV right now, actually, bit of a free agent. Posted on Twitter that like 9, so looks like he's likely to join the Polish squad. 9 at this point. Yeah, see, taking away this box for the CTs makes it so you can't really just backpedal like that. Kind of takes away some of the aggressive options for the CTs. And as you can see here, Spinx just stupid aggressive every round, running it down mid. Yeah, Spinx, he's had kind of middling results for Vitality. Every now and then he looks like he just pops off. Some games he kind of struggles. ENCE did not play Inferno, but Vitality plays Inferno. So Spinx had to kind of pick up Inferno into his repertoire of maps. So, and he just had to get used to, you know, a new role, playing at the brand new squad. Still kind of just barely edging out in the top 20. He did have a couple of solid performances towards the end of the year, really putting his team over the line. 𝐁𝐔𝐒𝐒 also really stepped up for Vitality. The later half of the year, 𝐁𝐔𝐒𝐒 was looking like a bit of a standout. But Spinx, oof, earlier in the year, like this ENCE era, on Ancients particularly, he would just put up insane number after insane number. Like, oh, Spinx is playing Ancient? Yeah, he's dropping a 30 bomb for sure. It's just insane. Look how much aggression he had here. Just take mid control, take all this B main control. Just tried the quick mid, it didn't work. This is pretty much the whole map. It's crazy how much like this box getting removed in this jump up area, like in the new version of Ancient, definitely changes things. Even when Spinx gives up his life, a couple early deaths in this game, looks like his team recovers well. Ooh, the dig hollows on the Wild Lotus inside of the donut area. Ooh, the AK skin looking sexy. Oh, he does find a little bit of a gap over the smoke, but worried about any lurker. Oh, and he does sniff him out. Exercise Heat's lurker does eventually get sniffed out. He's like, oh, they're slowing down the action. They're waiting on a lurk. Nice read from Spinx. The lurker for, you know, his squads in general. So a lurker will think how the other lurker will think as well. Just a solid read from him there. Exercise also plays that lurk position for Heat. Definitely a solid player. But in this game, Spinx just kind of made everyone look silly. This is when ENCE was pretty much at their peak. I think this ENCE roster was like #2 at one point in the world. Despite them not really winning anything huge. It's kind of crazy, when Spinx was out for that like one event. Can't remember which one. Then Snacks stood in and they did really good with Snacks. And they never really found their footing after that. Once Spinx got back to the lineup, it just felt like something was off. And then he ultimately ended up joining Vitality. Bigger org, bigger paycheck, bigger stars, ZywOo, Magisk, Dupree. The verdict's still kind of out, whether or not that move was successful. Vitality, though, definitely a solid squad. And they were able to pick up Sunpius and Valde. Nice smoke there to just kind of get the other team guessing if there is indeed a player in that cubby. Yeah, Hades at this point, he is a free agent. He was playing with Snacks and that kind of X-Finest lineup. They were playing some like tier 2 online tourneys with mixed results. Every now and then Hades would have a game where he just absolutely pops off though. Spinx here, this mid donut position, just lonely man eating a donut. Not much else. Just gonna save his gun to the next round. This is before the A1S nerf too, before 2 A1S nerfs. And this Ancient changes. Valve actually put in a decent amount of work just changing up the CT meta, changing up Ancient a little bit. Valve gets a lot of flack, but they definitely made some good moves. I think taking out Dust 2 for Anubis was cool as well. Spice up the meta. Move the op to 5 bullets. Actually, Spinx was suggesting that before that ever happened. While there was a video interview with Spinx, and he was like, oh, maybe make the op 5 bullets. They ended up actually doing it. The madmen. Spinx here only goes for a smoke, even though he's got plenty of money in the bank. Bit of a curious decision to me, but looked like he wanted to take the fight mid there. He had the spawn, so he just didn't want to throw any utility. Oh, it's because his team's saving. All right. Yeah, he wants to make sure he has enough going into the next. Looked like a couple of his homies were like, hey, you might want to toss an M4 over there. Like, it looks like you're looking a little wounded over there. You want to toss over the M4? He's like, nah, I'm good with this, bro. I got armor. Let me hold on to that. Spinx is like, I'm not swinging, bro. I'm not swinging. Playing the head glitch, just 1 point of health. Just knowing that angle over that box, being a patient player. Getting rewarded with a couple kills. Nothing too impactful though. 1 HP in a dream. The dream at this point looks like probably just to save that rifle. Oh, if only they knew how close the spam was. Oh, it did eventually hit. Oh, nice. Right through the smoke to trade out his teammate there. Oh, left a nade and spawn. Will the timing mess him up? Oh, they actually go for a B stack. Maybe they know they're up against an anti-eco here. But yeah, Spinx was kind of the star of ENCE at this period, this early half of 2022. He would just seemingly from the stat line, the scoreboards, kind of putting the squad on his back. Vitality, of course, you know, he's with the legendary 𝐂𝐻𝐒𝐈𝐍𝐄𝐒. Doesn't really matter how good you are, you're not really gonna outfrag 𝐂𝐻𝐻𝐒𝐒. Plus Major has been looking pretty solid, really stepping it up for vitality as well. Spinx doesn't really quite get the same star power as he did on this ENCE lineup. I'm sure squad would kind of accommodate wherever he wants to play. Vitality probably a bit more of a team decision. Oh, nice spray control to get 2 there. Really quick donut hit. That even caught me off guard, but Spinx just, I think, some nice multi-kills, making it look easy there. Seems like most of the time he took a pretty aggressive line mid. Every now and then he'll play a little bit more passively on that donut area. Passive line pays off. He's able to pluck down the lurker once again. Retake at this point seems impossible. Yeah, I think they just gotta save. Thus far, Spinx just pretty aggressive play on mid here. Every now and then kind of slowing it down. There's a lot of swinging out, just contesting. You know, as you got to do on CT side ancient. Can't really play too scared. Seems like they like to swing out and peek and play anti-flash off of like. Guess their own team's flashes in that case. Oh, here he plays like in front of the pillar. This is a weird off angle. Usually people would play on like either side of it. To just play right in front of it. Oof. Oh, and he gets full blinded. Oh, he gets two. What the hell? That's insane. Triple kill out of nothing. Just spray and pray. Oh, but his spray control with the AK is just so clean there. I think he almost got an ace. Looks like he's on lineup duty for that right side. Yeah, Spinx. Definitely rate him highly. He's a strong rifler. Solid lurker. Still relatively new to tier 1. I could see him having a getting even higher on the top 20 in the next year, but might be more difficult having to share the spotlight with 𝐂𝐒𝐈𝐍𝐄𝐒𝐈𝐑𝐈𝐄𝐒, Majisk. Maybe Dupree comes back into stronger form in the new year as well. It's hard to say at this point. Alright. He's mopping up them eco kills. Another 4K, like back to back almost. No wonder he got a 40 bomb. Got all this position so quickly. Ooh. Just takes that scalp off so cleanly. Shoots lightning fast. Putting a lot of pressure, but his whole squad pretty much got wiped regardless. But he's got to know he's got some people pinned towards his B area. Or I figured he was just gonna push through B there. Decided to go for A. Interesting. Guess they figured it's probably only one A side, two B side. Oh, and here, classic snappy pace change. Snappy, definitely an underrated IGL, having to work with kind of a squad that kind of changes pieces a couple times, no fault to his own. An older IGL Snappy, he's like 32 or something, but he's still, it's pretty crispy on the server as well. Ooh, finding a nice gap there with just a Tech 9. Oh, that's huge. Yeah, those are the rounds you cannot lose. There's heat there on the CT side. Oof. Pistols there were lethal. What a nice gap Spinx found. I wonder if that was by, unlikely to be by design, just kind of bit of solid happenstance and seizing the opportunity there. Running down, run and gun with the Tekanina. Timeless classic. It's like Spinx. A lot of times players like on CT side, if they play mid, on T side they'll end up being kind of the mid lurker as well. Like, see kind of that consistency where players like to play on CT side, they kind of like to do the opposite on T side as well. Kind of get into the head of the defenders, think of the different ways the defenders play it, how to exploit that. Spinx was kind of constantly the tip of the spear. Just take that mid control on T side, get those sick multi-kills that ENCE would often utilize. Feels like Vitality don't really play Ancient much, so you don't really see Spinx get activated quite the same way. Throwing out the full util set for the squad. Spinx is definitely a more like aggressive lurker than what we saw out of like Buster and Inters. Spinx will definitely make more aggressive plays, which ultimately kind of enables some of these multi-kills. See, this is another classic Spinx, just room it down out of mid. It is, he gets 2, can he get more? Like, he was always able to do this, just get flashed out, send it out mid, make it look easy. That puts the ENCE boys 1 round away from match point. What do you guys think? Will 20 2023, will Spinx reactivate on Vitality, hard carry them in some games, or is his role in that squad just more of a supporting element? Well, looks like this is pretty much the last round of the game. So, appreciate everyone watching my video, my review of Spinx's POV there, where he got 40 kills against Heat. Number 18 of 2022. A lot of people didn't think he'd make the list, but they must have forgot about the first half of the year where he was going insane-o mode. Should be interesting to see if all of Vitality kind of click at the same time next year, if they can end up winning some big tourneys. Appreciate you guys watching the video. I'm FishTheHusky. I stream like pro POVs, I cast pro games on my Twitch channel. Definitely feel free to slide through sometime, and appreciate all the likes, comments, subscribes on YouTube as well. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night. Peace out.